understand the unique child. I always say, no tailored approach. One size fits all. You have to tailor your parenting approach to suit your child. Set rules and boundaries. That is clear enough. Support the development of your child's independence. Don't be overly involved. Maintain consistency. Steer clear of harsh discipline measure. You have to steer clear of harsh discipline measures. Provide explanations for your child for the rules and the decisions. Don't just say, this is it, you do that. Sometimes I tell parents, you sit your child down, then you make the rules together. Treat your child with dignity and respect. Yes, and if you try all this, I promise you, it's going to make your parenting worthwhile. Let me quickly give you 10 basic principles of good parenting before we call it a day. Your actions have significance. What you do matters. There is no such thing as being overly loving. I've always said, if you have seen any of my videos before, our primary job is to love our children, love, and love again. Participate in your child's life. Be active. Be there. Try as much as you can. Tailor your parenting approach to suit your child. How can you do that? I'll give you one point or one way that you can do that quickly. That is, you have to understand the unique child. I always say, no tailored approach. One size fits all. You have to tailor your parenting approach to suit your child. Set rules and boundaries. That is clear enough. Support the development of your child's independence. Don't be overly involved. Maintain consistency. Steer clear of harsh discipline measure. You have to steer clear of harsh discipline measures. Provide explanations for your child for the rules and the decisions. Don't just say, this is it, you do that. Sometimes I tell parents.
Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful people. And how are you all doing today?
Try all this. I promise you, it's going to make your...
All right. It's Saturday Live Parenting Essentials with Oye. And if you're there, you can hear me clearly. Let me know that you can hear me clearly and you're there with me. All right. Am I audible? Are you there? Saturday Live Parenting Essential with Oye. All right, let's do it quickly. Who is there? Who is there? If you're there, you're there. You can hear me. Let me know that you are there and you're set to get something today on Parenting Essentials. Today, I'll be talking about why your teenagers won't listen to you. Why your teens won't listen to you. The reasons why. This is one of the common questions I often receive from parents. My child became 13 years and she's not ready to listen because my boy is 15 years now and she is not listening. Let's talk about why is this happening. Why is your teens not listening? All right, if you're there, let me know you're there. I'm just going to wait for a few seconds and we're going to roll it. People, anybody can join us later and they can catch up. And this video will be recorded anyway, so we don't have any reason to wait. But I just always love to know if you can hear me, if I'm audible enough. All right, I will say Happy New Year, Happy New Month, rather. I believe it's not too late. It's 2nd of March, and it's the 3rd month of the year, and God has been faithful. God has been wonderful. And here we are. It's already the 3rd month of this year. All right, we're grateful to God for the gift of life. I want to believe you had a beautiful day at your side. Because I had a wonderful day. I want to believe you also had a beautiful day. And I always say, and I'm going to say it again, no matter what you are going through now, I want you to know that there is light behind the tunnel. There is always light behind the tunnel. It might be tough now, trust me. It might look so scary, but your testimony is sure. Only if you don't lose your faith. Only if you don't lose your hope in God, everything is going to be all right. Okay, back to business. It is Parenting Essential with Oye, and it's Saturday Live. And today I'll be talking about why your teens won't listen, why your teenagers won't listen to you. All right, there are several reasons why this thing happens. There are things that, sometimes we all underestimate and overestimate or overlook that is causing such a situation. And some of these things are what I'm going to be talking about today. Who is ready? If you are there, you can hear me and you're ready. Let me see you type I'm ready. I can see your comment on Facebook. At least on Facebook, I can see the comment. All right. If you're there, you're ready to hear these things and you can hear me clearly. I want to be sure that you can hear me. Anybody just say hello. You're there, you can hear me, and you're ready to listen. Who is there on Facebook? I can see comment from Facebook. So please, if you're there, you can just say hello. I can hear you. Tell us, teach us. And what are the reasons why our teenagers sometimes do not listen? Teenagers may not always listen to their parent for several different reasons, many of which are common during adolescence. So a lot of things are happening to them at this particular time of their life. I've treated about teenagers before. I did that last year, and about 3 years ago, I treated a topic about teenager. And I remember saying something that this set of people are different human beings entirely. They are not adults. Neither are they children. They are just floating in between. And the state of their mind, the way they think at this particular time is totally different. Sometimes they are just floating. Sometimes, can I tell you the truth? Cannot even explain how they feel within them. They cannot even explain what is going on. It's because it's a different stage of life and it's a very sensitive time of their life. So let's look into some possible explanation to this. Sometimes your teenagers might not even listen to you because they are seeking independence. Adolescents at this stage of development is where they are trying to get their autonomy and independence. They want to be alone. They are not thinking, why mommy should not let me be? Why would daddy tell me to do this? And I always say to you, if you're used to the kind of style of parenting that you want to tell your children everything, my children is always listening to me. My children will ask me everything before doing it. Be careful because you might be raising a robot child. And I said, parents in the visionary hack, we understand this better. We are in a different time and we are not raising slaves. We are raising different kind of people entirely. So at this stage and at this time of their life, they really feel, okay, I'm grown enough. My opinion should count. Whatever I think should count. They may resist listening to you, to their parent, as they affirm their own opinion. My opinion, my preference, my decision making should be something to you, mommy, should be something to you, daddy. But for those who are not skilled parent, unexperienced parent, it's going to be battleground because you feel, how dare you tell me I don't want that? How dare you say, no, I don't want like that? Because some of us, we've been patterned that our children are supposed to just say, okay, mommy, okay, daddy. If you are the type that you've been made believe over the time that your children are just to be saying to you, yes, mommy, yes, daddy, you are going to have a tough time at this particular stage of your life. You know, what concerns me most is not about you having a tough time, but for your teenager, they are going to have a more difficult time because the parent or caregiver is not on the same page with them and is not seeing things on their perspectives. Am I together with you? Are you getting the point? So you have to be careful. Be careful at the beginning because they will seek independence. And the moment they feel like I should speak, my opinion should count, and you are not skilled to manage the situation, they will not listen. They're just going to block out. They will block out. Another reason why your teens will not listen to you is due to peer pressure or peer influence. Teens often prioritize their friendship at this particular time of life. They prioritize the opinion of their peers, their relationship with, compared to their parent. My child will not do that. You can never tell until that time. Most especially a child that you have not connected with before. And I'll be talking about shortly. So because of what they have seen, there's pressure. Maybe one of their friends already, now they're 13. One of the parents has given phone. One person has gotten iPad. And you have said to yourself, maybe you have some laid down rules before, that I'm not going to give this to my child. But because they are friends, I know they are giving pressure, the child will come home and tell you, I also want it. And no matter what you say at that time might not make sense if you have not established what we call family value. I am sure that every parent in the Visionary Act will get what I'm saying so smoothly. So this is so common. Peer pressure. They feel like their decision to count. They're seeking independence. Another thing is peer pressure, and that is what I'm dealing with at the moment. So they are more influenced by the opinion and the actions of their friends. Look at that. I have this, I have that. And many of them, maybe at this stage, maybe they are teenagers, they already say, I have a boyfriend. So that this is not the talk for this parenting essential. We are going to have an inner talk. And if you are the type that you also, I call you unskilled, you're going to mess up your child. But you are thinking, I'm an intentional parent. This is how it is. You are going to become principalities and powers at this time because you lack skills, and you are going to end up destroying your child. This time of life for these children require a skilled parent, require intelligent emotional stability, and also impulse control. Oh yeah, what it is. I'll just take Ken. I'll beat the hell out of my child. Who cares who is a teenager? Continue. So these are the reason why your teens are not listening to you. You're doing it your own way. You want to do it the way you were raised in 1973. Hello? In case you're not aware, we are in 2024. Hey, am I saying that so things is going to change? No. A lot of things that happened when you were young in 1965, 1953, 1974, is it the same that is happening here today? We are living in a different time, a different era. There's so much of evolving things going around. It's a global generation. And you need the required skill to deal with those children. If not, it's going to be a battleground. Another reason why your teenagers might not listen to you is because of developmental changes. I talk about adolescents briefly. So because of their developmental changes, you can see they're changing physically. Their voice is changing with their boys. A lot of changes are happening. And they also have to deal with so many things. Adolescent is a time of rapid physical, emotional, cognitive development. A lot of things are happening at the same time. So things may also experience mood swing. So you don't understand. I'm talking to you, you're not talking to me. You see some of them, they just want to be in their room. They don't want to talk to you. Because there were lapses before then. Because you think the way you were handling them before they got to that stage is going to work for that stage. And that is why I always shout that parenting is a journey. It's a continuous movement. I treated my infant very nicely. When we were in school, preschool stage, schoolers, it's different. You have to keep growing. The moment our children are growing and you are not ready to get the required skills for the new stage and age, you are going to fail. That is why we are not going to graduate. It's a journey, and it must be intentionally journeyed. We have to be intentional on this journey because there's a lot of things. Sometimes they cannot even, especially from some girls. They are changing. They don't even know how they feel. Maybe they just started their period. A lot of things are happening. And if the mommy is not sensitive, they're like, what is this? Who is this woman? Who is this? So they just try to keep to themselves, especially when they're trying to share. Maybe you're not giving listening ears, or you're not even available, or you don't even understand. You can't relate with what the child is saying. So at this point, they rather keep to themselves. There is no need to talk to her anyways. Why do I need to talk to him? They're not getting it. You're not giving what they want to hear. So they end up just keeping to themselves. Your teenager will end up not talking to you. So that's why you see them mood swings, heightened emotions, cognitive changes, that will affect their ability to listen and respond to the parental guidance. Because of these changes in them, it's going to affect the way they're going to listen to you. They won't be able to listen to your guidance. So this, you need to be sensitive. So if you have children who are about to be teenagers, congratulations, because this is the best time for you to learn these things. And if you have teenagers and you're already experiencing this, just run. Everything is possible. But I have to tell you the truth, that there is work for you to do. You have work to do, but it's possible. It is achievable. You just need to run. Another reason why your teenager won't listen to you is because they desire freedom. That is just like the same thing I said from the beginning. Teenagers may feel restricted isolated by their parental rule and restriction. We had a webinar yesterday at the Hack, and these were some of the things that we were talking about. What many of you are doing is just to set rules. A lot of don't. See, it will get to a point, your don't will fail you. It will get to a stage in your children's life. Trust me. Don't do that. Don't move this. Don't do that. It will fail you. So get what is needed and not a lot of rules. So having a lot of rules is going to make them to this. It's like they are in bondage. And that is why you hear some of children already saying, I can't wait to be 18. I can't wait to be an adult. I just want to leave. If your children are already telling you this, if your teenagers are saying to this, see, let me tell you, it's a failure. I can't package this for you. There are no two ways to say these things. It's a sign of failure. But you feel, you are under my roof. Because that was what your own parents said to you in 1972. Hey, you live under my roof, you obey my roof. You obey my rules. See, when you start finding yourself saying these things, I will not lie to you, you're failing. Am I offending somebody? I think I'm offending somebody. You're already failing. So you have to, I can't say much more. I cannot estimate this. I cannot overemphasize this, that you need sensitivity in dealing with teenagers. Because this will make them to they will feel like they are burdened, they are chained. So the desire for wisdom will be so high, and they will be listening to other people outside to seek advice and counseling. And that might be misleading. So you have to be careful. Okay, another thing why your teenagers won't listen to you. All right, wait a moment. I think I missed a point that I wanted to say. All right, I said that. So what you have created in form of values is what is going to guide you at this time. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what values are? Do you even know what is called family values? Get into the Hack. I don't know for you. If you are not in the visionary Hack, I don't know where you are. I do not know where you are. So find yourself in and put your name down for the next batch that is going to happen in April. Or I won't say more than that. So not about your rules won't help you. So at this stage of life, they are most probably craving for freedom, flexibility. They want to explore their own interests and make their own choices. And if you are the type that what you do with your children every time is, don't wear blue, wear green. A child is saying, I want to wear green. It's not because something particularly is attached to that blue or to that green that you want the child to put on, but because that is your own favorite color. I don't know what your reason. If that is the style of parenting you want to use on your teenager, it's dangerous. It is dangerous because they will get to a time they will be fed up. They want to explore. They want to be flexible. So another reason why your teenager won't listen to you is communication barriers. There are different communication styles between parents and teens, and this creates barriers to effective communication. The way you have been talking to your children before now is going to determine if your teenager is going to continue to talk to you or will just cut you off. The way you have been talking, if you have been having effective communication, clear communication, age-appropriate communication, congratulations, because that is going to be a guide at this sensitive time of your children. So communication barrier will be one of the reasons why your teenager will rather keep quiet. I'll just keep short. There's no need. They start telling you, Mommy, you don't understand. Is that a familiar word to you? Are your children always telling you, Mommy, you don't understand? Anytime I hear my children say that, I just sincerely, if I really do not understand, I'll let them know, okay, please make me understand. I just want us to be on the same page. Don't never let any mommy you don't understand slide. It's your business. If I don't understand, no problem. There is a problem. Your duty is to understand. And anytime your child is telling you, Mommy, you don't understand, they are cutting you off. They are telling you can't even help. You are not reasoning like us. There is no wisdom that I can get from you. Those are the meanings in case you don't know. It's not for you to say, I have a free time or I can do what I like. So sometimes they feel ununderstood or they may feel unheard by their parents. They're trying to say something to you, but instead of you to take your time to listen to what the child is trying to explain, but because you are busy, you just cut it off and say something else. So these things will make them unheard. They will feel, mommy, I'm just talking, but mommy is not understanding me, or daddy is not even getting the point. So this will definitely lead to misengagement or disengagement from you. And they will start avoiding conversation with you because the ones they have had with you in the past, there is no result or there are no results. So what is the essence? Waste of time, no need. I will not bother to talk to that woman again. I will not bother to talk to that man again. See, that is what is going on in their head. Even if they say daddy or mommy, they start looking at, who is this person? Somebody is telling you, I'm feeling like this. But instead of you to sensitively listen to that child and give maybe a possible solution, the first thing you do is to judge. That is not what you're supposed to be doing now. That is not. You cannot raise an amazing teen or a teenager at this time like that. Another reason why your teenager will not talk to you is conflict or tension. Maybe in the past, if they want to talk to you, you always turn it to war. Every time. It's going to be conflict or something. Conflict is a natural part of family relationship, no doubt. But unresolved conflict or ongoing tension can strain the parent-teen relationship. Every time, the child must be at fault. Every time the child is trying to explain something to you, but because you feel you are authority, you are an authority, you are principality and power. No, this is not how I want it. I am your mommy. And this is the time you start to reassure and reaffirm your authority and your position as being the father. Is a sign of failure. Be careful about that. So things may be less inclined to listen to their parent when these things are happening. If there are history of conflicts, if they perceive this, the criticism, judgment of their parent, you are always criticizing your teenager. You are always judgmental. Ooh, why did you do like this? Oh, don't you know you are 14 now? You cannot put this and this. Or you say, this is what would you that? What you did there was not good. At least sometimes just keep quiet. Daddy, keep quiet. If you continue like that, they will not tell you when they are going through issues. And because they have to speak in that time of distress and they are not ready to talk to you, trust me, they will find somebody outside that they are going to talk to. And that is going to be a war. You are not ready to listen. You are not ready to stay calm. But those people outside there that you are thinking you are shielding their children from, they are ready to give 100% listening ears. Don't let your child be a prey. Did anybody hear that? Don't let your child be a prey. So you have to be ready. Don't be too busy. All right. Digital distraction is another reason why your children will not listen to you. You know, they prefer to just be on their device. Social media. Whose fault? Who bought the phone? How did they get that? Do you know what is even called media planners family? Oh, okay, I don't know. Come to the hack. Get into the visionary app by all means with the next batch. Because we can't break all that here. It's too hot. You won't get it right here. So when you're already giving your... See, I don't even want to say much because I don't want to confuse you. You already created the problem. The child is a victim, but you ended up playing the victim. Why will you do that? I'm the one that bought you the phone. Now you're not talking to me. The phone that I bought for you. That's what... Hello. Hey. Oh, yes, come again. Oh, yes, stop it. Stop it. You created the scenario. You created the problem. The child is a victim. And you ended up playing the victim. Think about it. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to say more than that. Think about it. So another reason why your teenager will not talk to you is lack of trust. But it's my child. My child should trust me. What did I do wrong? My child is not telling me. But your child is telling your sister what your child cannot say to you. What do you think went wrong? Lack of trust. Trust is fundamental to an healthy parenting relationship. Not even teenager alone. For any child or any child in your care, be it biological or anything. Any child that you're caring for, be it the parent, the caregiver, trust is a fundamental to health in this healthy relationship. For healthy relationship, trust is the most. And I said, part of what I was saying yesterday in the hack was, this trust is built at a certain time of life. It is built at a certain time of life. And many of us have missed this window of opportunity. Am I saying it's not possible? Yes, it is possible. But you have a whole lot of work to do. It is not going to be magic. You need to realize there is a problem that you want to solve. You need to realize that it's time for you to run. There is no sleeping or slumbering. It is time to stay awake and run. And why? Well, the way many people, they've broken trust with their children is by saying something that the children have said to them openly. You think it's fun. You think it's fun. As simple as your girl just started having period and you think it's a pride for you and you're sharing it openly and the girl was not happy with it. I've seen a student before that the girl said, I'm not happy because why would you go and tell my grandmother I started wearing bra now? They don't want it. It's not, what is it your problem? Is it your bra? Is it your period? You think you're growing, you are feeling like I'm a big mommy now, but they don't want it. And these are the things that you are breaking the trust. If they tell you something, mommy, it's just between us. I don't want to share. Never share because you feel it's funny and it's going to give you ego. Forget about your self-ego and stop breaking and damaging your children. Did that make sense to you? I'm going to run because I don't want to take a lot of time. Time is even gone. All right. Another reason why your children will not listen to you, your teenagers will not listen to you because of emotional issues. Teens may be dealing with emotional issues such as stress, stress, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. See, some of these things that we are also calling low self-esteem is from you, your fault. The things you have handled, how you have handled some situations in the past. You have led them to having low self-esteem. And some of them have already entered depression, but you just say, my teenager is not speaking to me. Some of them, the moment they start staying in their room alone, they're locking themselves up. It is depression. It is a sign of depression. And if you're not sensitive, you will not be able to identify it, not to talk of helping your child. And once they get to the stage of depression, low self-esteem is going to affect their ability to listen and respond to parental guidance. It's going to affect. Definitely. Another reason why they will not listen to you is parental style. I think I will just continue some next week because I am trying to rush, but I think it's not necessary. Let me stop at this 10th point today. One of the reasons why your children will not listen to you is because of your parental style. I will not stop saying those of you that you keep saying that is how my parent raised me. You survived. You are just a survivor. And you cannot use that parenting style in this generation. Parenting style can influence how effectively your teenagers will listen to you. Let's talk about the authoritarian or overly controlling parenting style. Because that was how you were raised. Don't forget, when you were growing up, you lived 90% in fear. When you hear your dad toot the horn or trying to park the car or bicycle or whatever it is, everybody is running helter-skelter in the house. Because what? In your head, by default, principality and power is here. And because you're coming in now in this generation and you don't see children who are running around, mommy is here, daddy is here, you feel you are not enough. No way. So be careful of this. If you want to use the authoritarian or overly controlling parenting style, it may lead to resistance or defiance. While authoritative and supportive parenting style can foster open communication. I've treated the parenting style before. I think that was last year or last 2 years. And I took weeks to teach these things in details. Everything is on our Facebook page, and I think some of them are on YouTube. So if you are not getting what I'm saying, you might do well to look for these videos and watch them. Or if you are not sure where the videos are, you can just send us a DM. I might share some of this video during the course of the week because I cannot go back to be teaching you what is authoritative, authoritarian, supportive, and no, there is no time for that. But you have to know what parenting style you're using so as not to affect your children negatively. So if you are an authoritative or supportive parenting, you're using that parenting style, that is going to foster an open communication, cooperation. So overall, teenage years are very sensitive. It's already challenging for those children. It is sensitive time for them. It is a very difficult time for both parent and teenager if care is not taken. So the least you want to do is to add to their problem. Parenting a teenager without connection will not give results. I'll say that again. You parenting your teenager without connection will not just strain the relationship, but we possibly bring about war front. We possibly create a battleground in your house. We possibly always making you to have a tug of war. Oh yeah, what is connection that I have to have with my child that I carry in my womb for 9 months? Hello. If you don't have idea of what I'm saying, if you are like I'm speaking Latin to you right now, after this program, please send a DM. Send a DM. It show how far you are. It show how far you are. So you have to. I'm going to stop here. Any question, please? I'm going to stop here because of time. But I'm not done with this point. So what I do is to continue next week. I'm going to be talking about some effects of these things. Let's do that next week. That will be good because I've said to myself, I'm not going to use more than 40 minutes, already 35 minutes. Okay. Do we have questions so far? Questions so far on why your teenagers will not listen to you? See, and I said this one of my videos, was it last year? I said when we talk about teenager now, we bring down the numbers. Gone are the day they say when you're 13 is when you're a teenager. These days, even from 9 years, you better pay attention and open your eyes wide. Because what you did not know or do when you were 13, these 8 years of this time, they know it. So don't take chances on your children. And there's this important point I've said, I'm going to say it again. You parenting your teenager without connection or without even understanding what connection is or without even understanding how to go about your connection is going to be a problem. It will not just strain the relationship. It's not about your child is talking to you or not. It's creating danger for that child. It's like you are digging a destruction pit for the future of that child. So ensure that as you are intentional in raising your teenager, ensure that everything is said and you are connected to that child. Oh yeah, you kept saying connection. What is the question? What are we going to connect? How are we going to connect? The Visionary Arc is opening again for parent-child connection program in April. Put down your name now so that the ark will not shout at you. Somebody was telling me the other day, he said, how dare you shock the heart at me? I said, if my father, blessed memory, who has gone to be with the Lord, should come, he can't get inside. Because these things are not jokes. There are things that you need to know from day one. And the moment you miss that day one, every other thing might not make sense to you again. And this is not about collecting your money. It's about getting the result, the desired result. So I can as well open the ark till the end of the 28 days. But that is not the vision. That is not the picture. All right? So don't tell me later that I didn't hear the announcement, because I heard a lot of that. I didn't hear the announcement. I didn't do that. And this time you have limited seats. So put down your name for the ark that is going to open in April. Please, do we have any question? Because I'm going to continue next week. So parenting, as I close, I'm just going to end with this. Parenting your teenager without connection, whether due to physical separation or strained relationship or other factors, can have several, listen to this, not just one, but can have several negative effects on both the teenager and you as a parent. I have tried my best, though. This is what you hear some parent, in quote, parents say. I tried my best, oh yeah. What will I do? I have tried my best. I cannot play God. That is why you should do the parenting. Everyone saying, I cannot play God, they are actually wanting to play God and want the God they are talking about to parent their children. Oh, yes, sincerely, everything you are saying today, I don't understand. I don't understand. Which one is playing God again? Hey, you will understand it better by and by. I cannot play God. I have tried my best. This child will not just listen, especially those who have been raising children. Maybe they now have one global generation child. But I raised the other ones. I raised the sister in 1980. It's just because I have pregnancy when I was not expecting it again. That is why it's a must for you to get the skills required in this generation. It required skills for this generation. Mommy and daddy, caregiver, please check the calendar. It is 2024. It is 2024. All right, I'm going to call it today. Any question? If there are no questions, I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me today. We are not done with teenagers. And I love talking about teenagers. And I think I'm just going to take this off. We can stay on talking about teenagers for the next few weeks if that is what I'm led to do. All right. I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me today. If you have a question, please drop your question. And you can as well connect to us. Connect with us on every of our social media platform. Did you hear that? We are everywhere. We are global citizen. Huh? We are live everywhere as I speak to you. We are on. We are live on currently on YouTube, Facebook, and on Facebook we are live on 2 platforms. Because we are not joking. We want everybody to hear the word. That is why you have to spread the news. Don't say, no, I'm selfish. You cannot selfish with information about parenting. Know why? It is dangerous to you because if you have your client, you have your family, you have your community, and you are not inviting them to be part of these things, and you are going to raise children with them, your children will be affected. So it's better for everybody to be on the same page. That is when and why you can have peace of mind. When you are on the same page, that is when and why you can have peace of mind. And that is why on Facebook now we are live on my personal page, which is Olawuyi Esther Oyelayo. The Vision Guide itself is live. Instagram, the Vision Guide is live. YouTube is live. And also on my LinkedIn, we are live now. So please feel free. It's an open word now. This one is, some people will tell you this one is not convenient. This one is eating data. I don't think anybody has any complaint now. Just go ahead and join us in any of your convenient platform, and we are glad to have you. All right. I don't think there are any questions for today. Auntie T, I cite you there. Hail, I love you. Sister Bella, I cite you there. Bye, JJ. Thank you for joining me. Mr. Johnson, I cite you there. Bishop, sir, I cite you and I celebrate grace. Thank you all for joining me today, and I appreciate you all. All right, I'll be back next week when we dig deeper. We talk deeper on why and the effect of your teenagers not listening to you. All right, bye for now and stay blessed. God bless you.